Hello, hello. Back with another pick a card reading. Let's get started. 4 piles today. The message is solar powered. No collective message today. I think I pretty much said it all in the last one. So, yes. Working on some solar plexus energy, courage, confidence, and moving forward, darling. So, let me turn down my music a little bit. 4 piles. Pile number 1 is rose quartz. Pile number 2 is this honey calcite. Pile number 3 is unakite. Pile number 3. And pile number 4, I think this is a jasper. 4 jasper. I cannot remember the name off the top right now. So we have 4 piles. Just a reminder that readings are for confirmation of what your intuition is already telling you. It should not be anything new. So if you hear something you don't like, discard. I may not be your reader. So yeah, take that into consideration. Again, if you hear something you don't like, just turn off the video. Turn it off. Walk away. Okay. So definitely think for yourself. Let's get started with pile 1. Rose quartz. I think I'm tapping in with my fellow fire signs, but we'll see. Someone is ignoring a person, someone ignoring something or someone. Spirit is just saying to you or this person to be grateful for whatever you're learning through the current situation or a connection. And I heard fire signs need to hear this. So if you're a fire sign, they're saying definitely take this advice. And to be gentle with the process of acceptance, Spirit is saying. And your generosity is key. Your generosity is key. And if you are finding that it feels a little bit like Mercury retrograde at this time for you, a lot of like past energies coming back or having to double back and like cut a cord, cut an energy tie, remove yourself from a situation that you thought you had already removed yourself from. Spirit is just saying that it's just a test, a spiritual test that you're going through at this moment. Don't be hard on yourself and don't be hard on other people while experiencing it. And just to be as genuine as possible at this time. Don't wear any masks. And just know that the energy that you give out is the same energy that you will receive at this time. Because we're in this yummy Pisces energy, it's your world will really reflect your thoughts. It will really show you what's going on. So take that into consideration. I want to say. And to really step out of your comfort zone as much as you can through this spring. You won't regret it, Spirit is saying. You will not regret it. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself, I want to say. Really believe in yourself. Especially if you are a fire sign listening to this reading, know that your energy is very magnetic. I'm hearing transient. If one person was ignoring a situation, the other person is sick of ignoring a situation. And there's some sort of like chaos, mental chaos that's happening that could lead to self-sabotage. Spirit is warning. It's a warning. Someone's in like disbelief over a situation. Made them very sad. And just know that if a situation is being slowed up by pain or like, I don't know, sad emotions coming up, just know you're not going through that for no reason. It is usually like some sort of sign to slow down, just to slow down. So don't attach too much to it, and know that especially if you're angry with this other person, you want to move as slow as possible. Just know that you want to move as slow as possible, and that there is some stability and consistency that you're building up over time. I heard bringing up over time. So this lesson you're learning around this connection is teaching you something that will last you, like, not just this lifetime. It's building some sturdiness and some self like preservation within you, I want to say. Like you're learning how to value yourself within a connection. That's how I want to say it. And then you're going to learn how to value someone else within a connection through like the diligence that it takes to cultivate the type of bond you want to have, one that's like balanced. And through this test that you're going through, you may be writing a lot. And if you're not, you should be documenting, because this connection is very special. I'm hearing it was severed. And there was some sort of integrity you had to have through a really painful ending. And that was also a test. And you passed that test, that spiritual test. You use your fire, if you're not a fire sign, in a very positive way. And you channeled it into something that was beneficial for you. So Spirit is giving you the thumbs up, saying good job. And because of that, you are going to be receiving some sort of energy upgrade very soon that will propel you into some sort of negative thinking, but if you can navigate that with some gratitude and opportunity as well. So really value what's important to you at this time. And if you feel like you are being watched heavily, that's not a sign to give up on your plans. It's a sign to focus in and really continue to validate what's important to you. This quote is from Charles Bukowski. People with no morals often consider themselves to be more free, but mostly they lack the ability to feel or give love, I think I wrote it wrong, but feel or give love. Or to feel or love, sorry. I was reading it. Anyway. So maybe there was people in the past that did not have much empathy, and you're learning how to have empathy, or at least use your empathy. And Spirit is just saying, don't take this situation or the heartache that you've gone through as an excuse to run from better times, I want to say. And acknowledge that you are building up some tenderness, some kindness within yourself that is going to translate in your life as self-confidence, integrity, purity, and the ability to stand in what you believe without over-explaining yourself. So it's very beautiful. So don't bail on your plans at this time, because it's going to lead to some positive outcome, job, or opportunity. Maybe a few opportunities. So don't feel that you have to over-explain yourself due to what took a long time to show up, maybe. The waiting was worth it. You are now someone who can act within their integrity. Now it's time to refine the way maybe you see how you think. Refine the way you think about, I want to say, the plans that you have, the ambition that you are going to then use. Make sure you're taking care of your body at this time and purging any stagnant emotions so you can keep moving forward. And I want to say, ignore the conflict. If there's conflict around you, choose your peace. Keep it short. Get like a few more messages. So if there's some type of confusion, lie, or deceit at this time, the way to navigate it, whether something is true or false, is choosing yourself, I want to say. And then I feel like the answer will show itself to you. So just choose yourself. If you feel like you have to pick a side, choose yourself. And really focus on any self-care that needs to happen during this time. Be very gentle with yourself. I want to say, don't be too hyper-focused on this person or how quickly things are moving or not moving. That's important. And congratulate yourself. You're doing a good job. Keep responding to the tests by choosing yourself. I want to stress. One second. And dance, maybe. Dance a little bit. So, go ahead and think of a question. You can pause the video if you need more time. Hi, Daisha. Dayasha. So, tell me if I'm saying that right. Okay. So think of a question. You can pause the video if you need more time. the answer is to wait, and then we'll see why. You just need more clarity, Spirit is saying, and that comes with time. So continue slowing down your thoughts. It's like channel the ambition and block out the negativity if you can, if that's possible. Getting present will help you do that. Doing some self-care will help you do that. However you need to do it in your way will be best. Breathe. Look up some breathing exercises or freestyle a little breath work. Hi, Tony. So yes, that is pile 1. Do what you feel is important for you. That way you know you're not skipping out on your plans. You know? Then your ambition is intact and the negativity is not getting the best of you. All right. That was straight to the point. Oh, wait just a second. All right, let's move on to pile 2. This is the honey calcite. Someone's saying you're driving me insane. Something is complicated. Someone is stressing that something is complicated. And I'm sensing a bit of grief, but I'm also sensing a bit of like lightheartedness as well. Like laughter and grief for some reason. Someone is like reminding someone, like a friend. Some friend is like reminding someone like it's okay to have fun while you heal. Or maybe you should be that friend to someone very soon. Or you could be that friend to someone very soon. Someone's very stressed. Very, very stressed. And I'm hearing appointments. And someone, it's not appointments, it's like you feel like someone has made a very clear point. Like, okay, you made your point. Like I'm hearing someone say it like that. So yeah, there's 2 different piles here. Like one is like lighthearted, kind of funny. The other one's a little more serious. So you'll have to decide which one you are. Someone's doing yoni steams. One of my feminines are doing yoni steams, or that is a suggestion at this time. Someone's telling me that they're in a fantastic mood. Okay, so you're probably the more like lighthearted side of this reading. Someone's going to start living a really like optimistic lifestyle. Like you're about to start feeling like there's really not much that could make you feel bad. Like you're just like getting to a point where you've run out of like things to be angry about, I guess. And like you're becoming maybe a more gentle person. And that's, Spirit is stressing like that's what's to come. That's a prediction. Somebody is not quite there yet. So that might sound like foreign, crazy. And I'm hearing somebody does not want to be tied down. Like, I don't want to be tied down if you have these liberties and I can't. Someone is explaining that to someone. With this pile, Spirit is saying the same thing as pile 1. So you might be from pile 1, maybe not. But they're saying generosity is key. So people are going to noticeably start recognizing that you're just in a better mood more often. Like, it's going to be obvious. Someone watches SpongeBob, or might need to watch some SpongeBob. I heard mood shifter, and I also heard mood killer. So that's what I'm saying. There's like two energies here. Like, one is like on a more goofy note, and the other one is like, I'm not in the mood. Someone's a little aggravated. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at this. Someone wants to watch Netflix or Hulu. Comment below what you're watching. Comment in the chat if you're live with me. What are we watching on Netflix or Hulu? I need to know. This pile, maybe you're hungry. And Spirit is stressing to eat more often. It's when you're running around on an empty stomach, you are causing your body stress. Puts your body in a really stressful state, and it's not good for our health. So make sure you're eating more than what you think you should. I feel like somebody wants to cut cut somebody out. Okay. Somebody wants to cut somebody out. I was going to say cuss somebody out. Yeah. Somebody wants to like let it out. But really, I want to say watch your temper, because it's more so about how you communicate it that matters. It's like more so about what you're saying than it is about how like much you put into it. And like, as I said, that Spirit said, guard your heart. Okay, so I'm gonna get to this first, then we're gonna move into this, and then I got oracle cards at the end. This is a little bit longer of a pile than pile 1. So there is some sort of situation that has got you sitting and contemplating something, and Spirit is trying to deliver to you some information. So whatever signs and synchronicities you've been having today was trying to express something very specific and significant. So please do not ignore that. That's what Spirit is saying first and foremost. And it has something to do with your confidence, building confidence in what they're saying. Like, you can see this ghost trying to communicate, and they're trying to get him up off the tree so he can enjoy the party. So Spirit is saying there's some sort of situation we need to have confidence in, because it's going to be a lot more significant than you're allowing yourself to see in this moment. So you may feel it's insignificant, or you may not feel good enough, but Spirit is saying it's about it's time we shift the energy. So let's have a little bit more courage as we move forward. So we have the Four of Cups twice here. They just reversed it. So I didn't realize that. Four of Cups with the Ace of Swords again. Those two I just showed you are the same as this, but reversed. So what they're communicating to you is to really show up fully, because there's some sort of change that you think hasn't happened, but it did happen. And therefore, some situation is going to go in your favor. It's already ready for you. It's time to use your more masculine energy to claim it and just walk on through with the courage, believing in yourself. And the song that's playing right now is Deep Reverence. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, when I hear that song, I think about like that masculine confidence coming through, like it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. And therefore, I'm just going to move in that energy. I don't really know how to explain it, but kind of like unbothered, I guess. Be a little bit more unbothered. And there's some sort of intuition that is kind of telling you that this is going to be a very prosperous and fulfilling situation. So not a good time to mistake your fears for reality, more so of a time to operate from your heart space. Very simple. And you are probably a very creative person, very intuitive, psychic person. So that's why it feels like I don't really need to communicate to you what the specific message is. You've been seeing 111, 222, 444, 555, 1010, and 1111. Every single time I look at my phone to see what the time is, it's on a double number, literally. Absolutely, yeah. So keep paying attention to it, keep validating it. And but yeah, so you're okay, let me show this combination quick. So we have the Magician with this Queen of Cups. So you use your intuitive sights, your feminine energy, to back up this masculine magician energy. So whatever you're creating at this time, or you're planning to create, I think you're in the midst of creating it. You need your intuition, your soft side. So that's why you can't, I'm hearing like, be frank about it. Like let yourself be known, I want to say. Be obvious that you're a creative person. Be obvious that you have the gift of, I'm hearing telepathy, or the gift of knowing, the gift of like divine channeling. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, there's this video of this girl. She couldn't have been more than like 13 or 10, and she could make these huge murals. And she would always tell people, like, God told me to paint this. And there's no way. Like, she had to have lifetimes of refining her craft, because they looked like photos, but they were so, like, psychedelic at the same time. It was insane. Her skill was just, she was so young to have that much skill. She had to be younger than 13. She was like crazy young. And for me, like, that was a sign, I guess, that, or confirmation, I should say, that like, inspiration is given to us with purpose. And so, be inspired by that more loving, soft side, and then back it up with this magician energy. Use what you have on hand. I want to stress, like, use what you have around the house. Be innovative, be clever, be like, really make the most of what you have. I want to stress. And that will help to ease some of the comparison, I want to say, or conflict that causes you to maybe cling on to what you're trying to create too much. Don't always see yourself as needing to do the absolute most. I just heard. I was going to say do the best, but I heard absolute most. Like, you can be simple in your action and it speak for itself, because you're coming from this guided and intuitive, like, heart space, I want to say, with this Queen of Cups. She's very nurturing and emotionally available. But paired with this Magician, it's like, I might be the Queen of Soft, like the Pisces, but when it's time for me to make miracles happen or make something possible for myself, even if it's just my creative project, my creative endeavor, like I want to say your creations are very spiritually linked, like with your spiritual journey and your healing. Like, it's all very linked. So Spirit wants to just remind you that I want to say forgive whatever this thing that has you clinging on to the past. Like, forgive that thing, let it go, and really step out of your box, because you will be gifted, like, I heard reprimand, but that's like kind of negative, right? Like reprimanded, but I want to say like rewarded is what I feel. You're going to be rewarded with more opportunity in life, and you'll start to see through, like, those moments where you're thinking about settling. You'll start to, like, see it for what it is and be like, no, thank you. If this is in love, you are pulling in a soulmate. And if this has to do with money, you will be financially able to create whatever it is that you're striving for. So that's why Spirit is saying just start with what you have, because the rest of the means are on their way. So start now. Get creative now, I want to say. And show up as yourself, darling. Do not shrink. So if there's a masculine involved in this situation, which I think will only fit for a few people, there is a reconciliation coming around, and this situation will be very healing, I want to say, if you so choose to move forward with it. So don't cling to anything right now, especially if it has to do with conflict. Try to remove yourself as much as possible, especially if you feel like you would be settling in that situation. It would be a waste of time. I am going to do oracle cards, but think of a question at this time, and you can pause the video if you need more time. The answer is very soon. You could definitely be an indigo child if you resonate with that. Labels are labels at the end of the day, but if there is someone around you who is violent, verbally even, really try to remove yourself from that. It will distract you from what you're trying to manifest. So really preserve your peace the best that you can in that circumstance. If there's no other option for you, definitely try to seek out help. Do not settle. No need to settle for that, or being spoken to in like a derogatory way. Especially my feminines out there, do not waste any more time. I mean, really anyone. Don't waste any time with someone who's going to speak to you in a negative way. So these are my Cancers as well. I think, was it this pile that I thought I was talking my fire signs? I think that's the last pile. These are my Pisces, my Cancers, and Scorpios. If not, don't worry about it. Could be earth signs as well. So you're a very wise person, and Spirit is handing you some information that you need at this time, and it's going to help you see something in yourself in a way new light. I'm hearing New Light by John Mayer. Spirit is saying, please ask us if you need help, if you need support at this time. Pray and be specific. If it's like supplies or nurturance, clear seeing, surrendering, like fearlessness. Be specific. And pray how you want to pray. I want to say I could hear someone say, I feel corny when I pray. Just pray how you want to pray. Do it how you want to do it. Do what works for you. Sometimes prayer can just be taking a walk around the block and saying some affirmations. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So once this insight, this perspective shift happens, once you ask for help and this wisdom drops in, it's go mode. You're going to take all that inspiration you had and it's going to flood into really positive action, I want to say, and it will be pretty assured. I'm seeing like this, it seems like you're taking this advice. It's assured, I want to say, that there will be a reward, either in love or like your finances or your public image would change, because you're dropping whatever this conflict is, even if it's just internal. And the last card is Cancer. So make yourself a meal, do a little face mask, cry about it. I heard call your friend. Be generous. That keeps being stressed. Be generous with your energy. Generous with yourself first and foremost. Make sure you're eating. And yeah, I think that's all I want to say for pile 2. Thank you for being here. You guys are like very soft. I like this energy. It's okay to be soft, darling. Okay. Let us move on. Somebody's baking. Who's baking? What are you baking? Tell me what you're making. I can literally smell it and it smells good. Comment if you're baking. And tell me what you made. Okay, so pile 3, Unikite. Okay. I said pile 3, right? I hope I did. I heard changes in your direction. Somebody's listening to New Direction. Someone is making, buying, or creating waste beads. Making, buying, could be selling them as well. Someone's complaining about like fake accounts. Like fake Instagram accounts or something. Bot accounts. Someone wants to DJ, or they are a DJ. Someone likes Aaliyah, listens to Aaliyah. Heard someone is drunk with they girls. Drunk with they girls. Someone's saying I can't be too sure of myself. Like I really don't know. Like someone's confused. Hearing the name Jimmy. Someone saying how you see it matters. How you see it matters. Someone's taking classes. Parkour. Sorry, it's so random. Someone's doing parkour. I mean, it's cool though. It's pretty cool. Imagine like if we all had to learn parkour. It'd be crazy. Someone's bossy. And it seemed a little ill-dignified. Maybe you know somebody who's kind of bossy. You may be asking someone what their big three is very soon. What's your big three? Or someone's gonna ask you that. Yeah, there's like a masculine voice that's being very... I'm hearing cognitive dissonance. Like they're being very, very rude and bossy. It's like whatever voice they're projecting into the world, they treat themselves that way. It's not very nice, but everyone, like you or someone, is having to like reap the deal with that. Basically they have to deal with that. Doesn't seem really fair. So I want to say, if there was some sort of like new beginning that just happened, and it's bringing up a lot of times where people communicated childishly or even were reckless, Spirit is saying this is still a new beginning for you. So don't judge the past. So if you had someone that talked down to you, it's not a good time to judge yourself for experiencing that situation. Still be open to this new situation. So 2 of Cups twice, or 1 of Cups, or Ace of Cups, sorry, twice. But there's here 2 times, so 2 cups. So yes, that is a confirmation for me. Everything that you've been through up until this point has strengthened you. So don't live there, I want to say. There is this new either love or opportunity to be like more heart-centered, living from your heart space, like a whole new beginning tied to this situation. And it's bringing you a lot of luck. where you thought you didn't have luck in love. You thought you weren't lucky in love, but really you are, or something. And Spirit is teaching you how to use your solar plexus energy, your life force energy. Well, it's also your root chakra. It could be your life force as well. But your embodiment, I should say. That was a better word. Embodiment. To here cater to your needs. So yes, believing in a situation despite whatever conflicts arise. Fighting for something, proving that you believe you are worthy of something. Not because you're not worthy, but because you just can. Like, it's, you believe in yourself, you're backed in some heavy belief, self-confidence, so you don't mind opposing someone confidently. And you are also learning at this time, or you could be realizing at this time, it's really not about how loud I am. It's not about how aggressive I am. It's really about how I carry myself and the way I carry the energy. I'm also seeing that the way you're dressing, like how you look in the world, is really important at this time. And Spirit is like kind of congratulating you for moving from your heart and backing that with this life force energy, even through conflict. So if you're already doing this, Spirit is saying, absolutely, you trusted us. I just heard. So I'm hearing like, thank you. Keep going. And there is a little bit more to push through, but that is not a sign of turning back. So don't let, if you're hearing people communicate to you in a way that you don't like, or you're hearing, like if you have memories that surface, Spirit is like, use that as an opportunity to transmute the energy. Focus on what you've learned, focus on what you've gained, but know like we're in a whole new phase now. Operation phase 2 type of energy. And that's bringing up these areas where you feel oppressed or held down. And just know that the person involved, I want to say they're maybe a bit more evolved, but they're a guiding light for you. And they're helping you to focus even on your own gifts and projects. Okay, so this could be with like I wasn't seeing that here, but it could have been like a third party situation. Only take it if it applies. I wouldn't say something you wouldn't know, so you know this. And it's Let It Go by Keisha Cole is playing, if you know that song. So maybe your belief set you apart from the crowd. Your belief in yourself will set you apart from the crowd. And if this is not in love, this is like in an endeavor. And you choosing to see the good in yourself, in the situation, learn the lessons, overcome this complicated past, I want to say, with someone who had really immature communication skills. They were not very heart-centered. You understand that tough lessons have a timeline. They have a deadline. That's the word I was looking for. I could want to say dead end, but maybe you realize that some situations are dead ends very soon, like very quickly. You're going to realize that, or you have been realizing that, and that's made you focus more on what you're cultivating, what you're learning, and seeing the good in everything. And that has made you, I want to say, a very magical individual. Someone who can, I want to say, like, turn their gifts into money, or that's what you're learning how to do. And it's very attractive. I want to say it's very attractive. So I want to stress, don't be operating from this energy of oppression just because you've experienced it before at this time. That would create money blockages for you. So really move forward as much as you can in whatever way that means to you. Focus on something else. Shift your energy. Allow your emotions to be in this new beginning, I want to say. Put your emotions in it. And so I'm hearing cultivate kindness. You're learning how to cultivate specifically self-kindness, I want to stress. The Lovers, Hermit, and Inner Peace here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's hard to hold. This is what it looks like. So there is some sort of collaboration or opportunity with this Lovers card, especially if this is a work-related situation. If you had to compete for a space or for an opportunity. And the way that this situation can be handled best is if you, again, just operate out of a loving space, detached space, healthily detached space, balanced space. Like, trust yourself, therefore you know who to trust. And just know that this reflection period that you might be in the middle of is kind of forcing you to see your plan, the vision, what you're cultivating on a bigger scale. And Spirit is just saying, don't downplay it. Don't downplay it, because that is living from this other person's perspective, from the past, that thought negatively about a situation. And so don't let your process to be disrespected or misunderstood. Get yourself out of this indecision to fight through this last layer of oppressive thinking, oppressive energy. But just know that you are contributing when you're not allowing yourself to feel emotion, I want to stress. Like, you contribute to living in the past when you're not allowing yourself to acknowledge, like, if you're missing someone, if you have feelings for someone, if you want that job, if you want that opportunity. It's like when you're operating from this energy of self-belief, you're also doing self-preservation work. You're protecting your energy, protecting your mind from negative thinking and indecision. And Spirit is saying, that's where the gold's at. That's where the gold's at. Like, relax. That being in that relaxed state, that's where the gold is. Like, healthy cognitive thinking. Don't think like people who had childish communication styles. Think like you. That's what I want to stress. So this definitely is love related. Or it's attracting something you really love, like you love to do, a gift you have, a skill you have, something you want to learn. Also, you can end these videos at any time. You do not have to listen to the whole message if you start to get impatient. I can hear someone getting a little impatient with me. Okay, so Libra season might be significant, or you could be a Libra. That could be why you feel so indecisive. And Spirit is saying, like, the minute you get to the heart of the matter and like recognize what this situation is showing you, you will attract this person and attract some sort of balanced time spent, quality time, getting to know this person. So if you don't know who this is, or you haven't met this person yet, you are calling this in with your energy. So you're saying every day. So it's really important that you stay very balanced. I feel like you're already naturally a very balanced person, but the indecision creates limits. And then it's just important that you don't be scared by these obstacles. You have luck backing you. And these cycles do have endings. They do come to an end. The contracts we learn, the things we learn on the earthly plane. There's, it's very temporary. This feels like it's coming to an end. That's why it's important to stay focused. Okay, so think of a question. And you can pause the video if you need more time. The answer is yes. And I usually clarify. Why is this answer yes? Spirit is saying yes because once you take the time to really slow down your thoughts, you're going to start seeing why we are saying yes. You'll get it. So I want to say observe your internal thoughts. Just start observing. Try to focus on where that comes from so you can make space for this new connection, this new partnership. I'm hearing a gift. Make space for a new gift. So thank you, pile 3. And I think we're going to move on to pile 4. Okay, pile 4. I do not remember quite what this stone is called, but I know it's a jasper. So just look up like deep green jasper, forest green jasper. You'll probably find it. I'm hearing watching and clocking. So know that someone is keeping tabs. And I want to say Spirit is stressing, like, allow yourself to see the good and bad in people. And I think that will open, I think that's what they're trying to say, that will open you up to seeing the good and bad in yourself as well, accepting like your shadow and your light, right? So that way you can't be held to just one. Like you can't divide yourself. You'll appreciate when people acknowledge your flaws, but you will also appreciate when people acknowledge what you have to offer that is seen as good, right? Don't let people tear you to shreds. Take the good with the bad and bad with the good. And Spirit is saying, like, your idea of wholeness is what matters. And with this same pile, they're stressing generosity. Generosity. I'm hearing checklist. Someone has a checklist. Someone's married. or someone is fearful of marriage. I'm hearing Janice. The name Janice. Someone is cutting some cords during this time. Someone feels left out, or like I'm hearing someone explain to me that they feel like they're around narrow-minded people, but like beneath that I can feel they just feel singled out, like they feel like rejected. I want to say rejected. So you might be dealing with someone like this. If it's you, keep stabilizing that energy within yourself by not seeing yourself as good nor bad. No way, Sarah, that's crazy that she said that is her grandmother's name, in case people are not watching the chat in the after this is done being live. That's crazy. Okay, so there is some shadow work being done at this time, but know that there is a very positive outcome. And as I said, that I got butterflies. So this is not in vain. This work is not in vain. Not at all. I mean, it never really is when you're working with spirit, but it's like not this time for sure. For sure. You can expect some sort of celebration. Someone said I had to get my ego checked right there. So it was either something I said, or you feel like there was a situation that made you feel that way. And I'm hearing no apology necessary. No apology necessary. I'm hearing juggernaut. I'm hearing someone like vying for attention, or like wanting your attention. Yeah, so whatever shadow work you're doing right now, I heard cut the cameras. Whatever shadow work you're doing right now, Spirit is saying your relentlessness is appreciated at this time. Being relentless will be appreciated, especially if it comes to your healing work. Because there is a big thing ending. And it's clearing a lot of yummy energy for your solar plexus to shine. And that's going to affect how you go after things with confidence, with empowerment, releasing some of this anger. Treat your body nice. Make sure you're eating things that make your tummy feel good, because that can affect your mood as well. If you're eating things that make you feel like nauseous or not good, pay very close attention to that. And celebrate the small things, because, what I'm feeling is that, and this isn't you presently, this is in the future, you feel like you've taken a lot of risk, and that brought you good and bad lessons. And it's all a part of this bigger plan to shaping who you are becoming, who you're blooming into. So definitely don't gaslight yourself at this time. Try to catch those patterns when they're happening internally. it will, if that's not healed, you won't come out of this anxiousness. So just really be aware of that. And I feel like your dreams are trying to show you what wants to begin. And if you wanted to be recognized, like if you wanted to build some sort of YouTube channel or platform, business, Spirit is calling you into the spotlight in some way, shape, or form. She's in the kitchen putting down for, I heard Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving may be important, but I was going to say Christmas. So, but maybe act like it's Thanksgiving. Like, be that reciprocal with Spirit. When they say take action, go for it. Whatever you're working on, it will pay off. That's what I'm seeing and saying, I guess. You're a naturally very abundant person. I don't have the High Priestess here, but I'm hearing High Priestess. And your astral projections at this time, you may have a lot of like sleep paralysis when you're I heard apples. Maybe try some apples, but when you're astral projecting and you're traveling in your sleep, you may get sleep paralysis, and that's because there is a lot of you're projecting some really nice energy. So if you're waking up with sleep paralysis, a way to combat that is to call in your guides when it's happening. Try to get as conscious as possible, like wake up. Try to wake up as much as you can within your own internal voice, and like call in your guides, call in help. And also getting into your heart space, because whatever is happening in the astral realm, you might not be connecting with something high if you're still doing this deep shadow healing work, which can make us kind of drag our energy down, which is necessary for the healing to happen. So Spirit is like not knocking you on it, but they're just saying it's making you a little vulnerable, especially when you're sleeping, especially if you're having nightmares. So pay attention to that, and how you can combat that is like really try to stay as much as you can in a compassionate energy for yourself and other people, especially before bed. Like if you're having a bad day, or you had I heard breakup, someone might be moving through a breakup. If you're having a stressful day, or just a lot of shadow work that you're doing, try to tap in with Spirit at the end of the day and be like, how can I be receptive to hearing the guidance that is, being sent my way? Because there is guidance. And Triggered is playing by Janae Aiko. So listen to that. So you might be coming from, I think it was pile 2. I had said this, but make sure you're eating. I'm hearing it's safe to eat something. Maybe you don't feel safe to eat. And that is something you're healing at this time. But look at this Empress. First of all, I think she's pregnant, but she's also just in her feminine energy. She's not playing it safe. She's not trying to dim herself, play it small, take up space. She looks very abundant. Like her, I'm hearing Jaden Smith, gotta get a bunch of quinoa on my dinner plate. Like type energy. So make sure you're immersing yourself in the experience of dining. That's how I want to say it. Dine like a queen. Maybe you made some sort of rash decision when normally you are this heart-centered person. So we have the Knight of Candles and the Queen of Potions. And the message is basically like, it's okay to make mistakes. It's cool to make mistakes. Hold yourself in a high regard. Especially if you were dealing with, like, I heard capitalists. That sounds specific. I heard gentrification as well. Nightmares. People-pleasing habits. Somebody's dealing with some people-pleasing. And Spirit is just saying, as long as we're compassionate toward everyone involved and we're compassionate to ourselves, we can bounce back. We can always bounce back. I Quit Drinking is playing by Kelsey Ballerini and Lanny. So yeah, maybe this could be impulsive like drinking habits, because she is the Queen of Cups. Maybe you get together with this fire sign person, and if this is not a fire sign, it could be like a male or even a woman, and you guys are like over drinking. I heard overcompensating. There needs to be a little bit more playfulness, like lightheartedness. Really, like, make sure who you're surrounding yourself with, you can just kind of be silly instead of like an impulsive where it's like it hurts you. If they can't accept you at your like silly and you're goofy, or like I heard self-composed. Like if you have to be overly self-composed in order to navigate drama, that might not be the best situation, or maybe that's what you're learning. And Spirit says you like can't fight yourself, you know? So really get in touch with this shadow element, because you want to use it to your benefit. Use it to your benefit. Don't self-restrict in any way, shape, or form. Not good at this time. So there is some sort of change that you're feeling intuitively through your senses. So that's why it's like if you're blocking off any of your senses at this time, there you will miss something very important, some sort of information or new beginning. Let's get some oracle cards. I'm hearing someone say like, I know I misstepped. But Spirit's not judging you. They're saying like we can always bounce back as long as we can get back in touch with our like core values and remain like, I want to say innocent and pure within the circumstance. And that's where you'll be able to hear that sensitivity is where you can be introspective, a little bit more passive, and hear that intuitive guidance better. So when my cards drop on the floor, I always take that as like subconscious. So subconsciously, you are learning how to hold your vision despite any mishap, or I'm hearing misjudgment, and learning that you have a vision for a reason. It's fixed for a reason. It's a specific thing for a reason. Therefore, you can't really give up on it. It like doesn't give up on you unless you give up on it. Someone heard I'm going to smash the like, or I just heard somebody say I'm going to smash the like button. Go ahead, please. That would be nice. If you're dealing with negative people, it's okay to accept that you are different, I want to say. Accept yourself so you can feel limitless again. Like have faith in yourself again. Have faith in true love. Yeah. There's some sort of action you will need to take soon. So that's why Spirit is saying, can we get through these bodily emotions, some of this anxiousness, so then we can show up fully for this vision we called in. And they're saying, we have love makes a difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provide a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. Then we have, well, I guess I should probably show this one. Then we have, you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. We have knowledge. Let me connect above and below. Let knowledge of the ancestors flow. Have faith. I almost said have truth. So your truth is going to be different from others. Always know that. Have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. And even if your truth is different, you have to hold your vision. So true love. This love is once in a lifetime love. I'm really going to leave it at that. I'm not going to force the message. Just take what resonates. And you can think of a question. I'm going to roll the dice and get you an answer. Music will be very helpful for you at this time. Tea as well. If you're having a hard time with feeling hungry, make sure you're watching the caffeine in the coffee. Okay, the answer is wait. And I like to clarify just to see what spirit means by that. Lemon water will be really good for you at this time. It says your desires are within reach. Everything is working in your favor. So no action is needed just yet. There will be a call to action and you will know what to do when the time is right. For now, just be ready. Be ready with this faith, with feeling limitless, with holding your vision. I'm hearing hold your guards down. All right. Trust yourself. Okay. Pile 4. That was everybody. So thank you for joining me. I hope that these messages helped. Keep turning on that healthy, beautiful, glowing, solar plexus energy. I almost said slowly. So very slowly. Take your time. Be patient with yourself. Don't give up. I'm going to get off this live. I hope you guys have a great day, night, evening. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.